When I was young, I didn't really play too much basketball. I played soccer up until I was too tall, and then had to find something else. I played as a striker or forward. Then when I got taller, they moved me to goalie, and then or keeper, and then keeper was very boring to me, so I had to find something else. Yeah, I mean, it started off just to hang out with some friends, and then I kept growing, and my friends didn't. So I realized that, after a while, that basketball was probably going to be the best thing for me. In high school, I wasn't very, highly ranked or anything. I played on a traveling team called the Utah Pump and Run, and we would go to tournaments in like Vegas and California, things like that. So I think me playing in those kind of helped with the exposure, but also when you're winning state championships on a winning team, things like that will always get you noticed. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Utah, but the main reason I stayed in Utah and stayed local was to be there for my mom. She's a single parent, and I help her out in any way I could. That was, the easiest way to do that was to stay home in Utah. I don't take, any of those years for granted or look back and, wish I did something differently. I learned a lot there, and, had to grow a lot, as a person. So, but most importantly, I was there for, my family, and had a pretty good career in college, and because of my career there is where I'm at today. Yeah, I mean, that was a very fun year. It was even going to the Sweet 16 and just being a part of that team. Even when I wasn't allowed to participate, it was those were part of the years where I learned and grew the most off the court. So, but looking back at it, those are all essential lessons that I need to learn to be the man I am today. I had big dreams, like every young college kid, and I felt like I was definitely ready and capable to be in the NBA. I had a lot of hopes to get drafted, and there was some situations that were in place that just didn't take. There was kind of a draft and stash situation, and for my situation, me and my agent decided it was best to go in as a free agent, and I was able to find a job that way, and was picked up by the Clippers, and later on went to Philadelphia. The main thing was just wanting to play. There was the situations I ran into in the league is there wasn't a lot of playing time promised, and there wasn't a lot of contracts guaranteed. So the next step for my development in my career was to come overseas, and that was my first time out of the country, and it was me and my wife had just got married right before we moved, and started off my overseas career in Chalon, France. My time in Zalgiris was where a lot of growth happened in my game. I was able to just focus in on getting better, and the little aspects of working hard every single day were heightened there in Lithuania. So every year got a little better. Every year the team reached new heights, and it was something. What I learned there is kind of pushed me to get better every year since. I take the personal challenge of bettering myself every year, and getting better during the summer, and knowing that if I did the best I could to be the best player I can be, it's always going to help my team win more games. So, but by using that mindset, I think I've been able to play pretty big roles in all those Final Four visits that I've had. But I've still fallen short, so got my eyes set on winning it all. When you've won, third and second, and something's got to give. So you got to work harder. You got to take the extra step, learn what you've learned. But getting to the Final Four is a great and huge accomplishment as itself. But you got to get to that next level and win a championship. A lot of it was, Messina. I was able to speak with him and kind of find a clear way of what I would be bringing to the team and what the team needs. And I think those two lines were pretty equal as far as what the team needed and what I can bring. So hopefully I can help the team reach new heights and we can all accomplish our goals together. I'm very excited to play with Kevin. We gel well together. Like you said, we have a lot of history together. Started off being against each other and then being able to work together in Zalgiris and also in Barcelona was a lot of fun, and it means a lot, not just to me personally, but to our families as well. Our wives and our kids know each other, so that helps with being a little more comfortable in the new places. And as far as us being on the court, it's we can't wait to play with each other again. And unfortunately, in Barcelona, he ran into some injuries, so we didn't play as much together as we would have wanted. So to have a fresh start here in Milan together and show what we're capable of is very exciting to both of us. I think I've always had, somewhat of a skill, but, part of having skills are, fine-tuning those things. So I think I'm at a place in my career where I've worked on the right things to be a capable player, and to be a factor on both ends of the court. So, as far as shooting goes, I try to get better at that every year to be more of a dangerous threat. And, hopefully my work this summer paid off and I can continue to get better as the season goes on.